I'm always looking forward to playing this on Tuesday. An all-time great credits screen. What, like the intro thing? When it, like the logo comes in with the chain lift? Yeah, that is pretty good. Should be a full-size street. Here's the plan. We're gonna do Bumbly Beach, and Bumbly Beach is a 2-year scenario. So I'm also gonna do, we're gonna skip ahead and do Dinky Park, which is also a 2-year scenario. So it'll be a full featured, full-length stream or whatever. We're just gonna take care of 2. All these others in between are 3-year parks, so they can happen some other day. But we'll start with this. We'll get started with this. So we have to get 750 guests in the park at the end of October year 2 with a park rating of at least 600. That shouldn't be that hard, first of all. Obviously. Gotta crank that up. Before I even survey things. Perfect. So this is the park. Alright, it's not that big. It's kind of neat that they've built a bunch of scenery around the park. Look at all this. Here's the town. It's very British though. These are like British townhouses, right? You can tell where the game was made, maybe. This park is tiny, so let's do it then. What do we have access to? Gotta think about what I want to do here. This is Bumbly Beach. There we go. And reconnect that. Get that open. I had an idea. Last night. I want to see how this looks in the end. I'm gonna make all the rides in the park the same color scheme. I feel like that could look kind of cool. We're gonna go with the same red and white for, like, everything. What red is this? It's that red. So, how do I build this? Max that out. We have 150 guests. Do you have any people? We have no people. Well, there's tons of, like... There's tons of flat rides I can build. We'll start with that. Oop, wrong way. I want the entrance here and the exit there. There we go. That'll do. I don't know if you can color. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huh. Have I always been able to do that? Well, we've got entrance and exit style options. How is the roller coaster in the way? I can put it there, sure. What are we riding? Nothing, because it's not Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, so you can't. Game sucks. What are the stats on this thing, I wonder? It is pretty good. 6.42 is pretty good. Guess I'll stick one of these in. How do I make this work? I have a really good idea. This might be expensive. I don't have that much money, but I have a really good idea. Where's my land thing? I want to build like a hill. And then put it on the hill. Like, we can do this. This looks pretty terrible, actually. This is a bad idea. This was a bad idea, but it's too late now. Will that make it? Yes, that does make it. This is awkward for my exit, though. Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna put the wooden support around the Tower of Dirt for sure. It doesn't quite make it, though. Shoot. Well... I'm putting that there anyway, and then this is just gonna get replaced with... that. And I'm gonna cut that. There you go. And then this can open. Maybe a slightly too long queue line for, for the observation tower, but there you go. But yeah, I definitely want to, like, hang on. We can make this look a little bit less terrible. Like that. It's still completely ridiculous, but an attempt was made. By the end of Rollercoaster Tycoon's Day, by the end of the Tycoon's days, I will be a master of building things that don't look like shit. Right now, we're still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And hey, Kiva. Well, I just started, so far so good, I guess. I think it's time to buy a gigantic loan and get a bunch of money and then put another roller coaster like right here. Or I can have one that's like L-shaped like that. Let's try that. Also, I'm just curious, are they paying for the park entrance or are they paying for the rides? They're paying for the rides, okay. We probably need more stalls. Actually, there's no bathrooms here. Yeah, there's no bathrooms in this park anywhere. Hang on. Get that going. Get the fries going. I'm not just gonna let the puke build up as usual. I do have one handyman. I'll even hire a second handyman just to appease the haters. I'll zone them later. I don't know where I want to put this. Well, I have access to... I don't know exactly where I want to put this. Do we want to put it here? I feel like here is too tight compared to if I put it right here. Also, I was thinking that in the end, by the end of this, we might have the path in a big loop around the entire property, in which case filling in the center is more important. So actually, I'm going to put this in the center. No, turn again, please. What do we have? Helix. Wait, how do I build Helix up then? How do I build that? Yo, Giga, thank you. Thank you for the 45 months. It is Tuesday. Thanks for the 45 months. I appreciate it a whole bunch, as always. Nah, E-Tanks is handyman #1. He's gonna... Oh, right. No, you're right. Wrong type of guy. Wrong type of guy. Chosen name and use already? Okay, hang on. Here we go. There we go. That'll have to do. Check it out, dude. Everyone's about to buy my $20 umbrellas. Let's go. Let's go, pay up, gamers. I probably should have had more of those umbrella stands around. Yeah, I can't really do that. Go-karts now available. Oop, can we get over? No, we can't really get over. Yeah, it just like doesn't quite work. This whole thing just like doesn't quite work. Oh, here we go. This is how we get to the helix. How'd I do that? Like that. That doesn't actually fit. That doesn't actually fit. That gets me to 21. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now we just have to end it. Now it's perfect, and we just have to end it. Too high. We need this to be at 8. I guess we're just flat. We're just doing this flat like this. And then that turns in there, and then that goes like that. Hopefully, yeah, that's not great, is it? I've put track like directly where the entrance and exit buildings would go. That's really not ideal. Uh-huh. How does that not fit? That's like honestly kind of BS that doesn't fit. Does the exit fit? The exit fits. Maybe we just put the entrance on the other side. Hear me out. Well, first of all, this needs testing. I predict disaster because there's 2 cars on the train, there's 2 trains on the track. So eventually they're gonna crash into each other and blow up and kill a bunch of people, if I don't turn that off. Uh-oh. Shit, it doesn't quite make it. Okay, wait. What did it fail? It failed to get... It failed to, like, get up this hill. Hang on. Yeah, because that's going up. I kind of see why this didn't work, actually. I kind of see why that didn't work, actually. I get... Where is that? Height marks on ride. Done. Like, this goes up to 22, so we can't really... This is like a thing that Muck mentioned before. You can't really go... And, like, just physics-wise, it makes sense, right? You can't really, go up to the same height that you dropped from, so... We have to... Oh, shit. There we go. Have to be careful here. The button for selecting a piece of path, or the button for selecting a piece of track is the same as the button for deleting path. So I have to be a bit careful. You know, I kind of think I just want this. To go down. Why can't I build that? I don't want a helix down large. I want like a helix down small. I don't understand how you get this. I don't really understand how you do this. I want a helix down small. There we go. That's fun, right? Maybe that's fun. Euthanasia coaster? It's fine. It's literally fine. That doesn't connect. See, that also won't connect. There we go. This is gonna work. Why is that going that way? Oh, I see why. I'm like building backwards and it's weird. Okay, well, let's try this. This is a little weird, but let's try this. That last connection isn't real. Sure it is. It's fine. It looks kind of fucked up, doesn't it? I don't think it's gonna work. No, it totally works. That connection is totally real. All right. It's a little sketchy around here. I do kind of wonder if, like, if all the guests are in it, if the car is going to weigh a different amount and then not be able to make it up this, you know? The climb is very sketch. I kind of don't feel like adjusting it anymore, though. So this might be just, this might be how it is. No. No, I don't think that, I don't think I can make it a chain lift, really. It like barely makes it. This is not gonna work. There's gonna be some combination of guest size that causes it to like blow up for sure. It's not gonna make it up the hill. The guests don't matter for that. I think they do. I think they do, but I'm willing to go with it. How the hell do I... Okay, hang on. We can replace the entrance and exit now because we've reworked the track a bit. It's park value. Wait, is it park value that we're worried about here? What's the goal? 750 guests in the park. It is not park value. We need 750 guests. I kind of want the entrance on the other side, though, because I want to do the, I want to put the... I know you get some kind of excitement. Well, first of all, what are the stats for this? I haven't checked. Oh, they're terrible. Okay, well, never mind. This still can't open then. Never mind. Yeah, the intensity is too high. That's probably what the problem is. I'm not sure what's causing the high intensity, though. We might have to watch this. I mean, I have a guess what's causing the intensity, but... I have a guess. You think the helix is fine? It's not the helix. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's like this or something. Well, we're about to find out. It's sketchy, yeah. I think it's gotta be that. I think it's gonna be this. Might be vert G's on the small hill. I think that this little connection here probably needs fixing. Yeah, best value park, because everything is cheap. Because I can always just borrow more money from the bank, so I don't have to worry about money. That's a little sketchy as well, right there, right? Just realize that I can just scroll this and I don't have to sit and watch it. +3 straight to the maybe. I think that maybe I have to clean this up right here. I think it's probably this part of the coaster that needs fixing. That doesn't actually connect anymore. Was that not even a banked turn? Well, that's just my bad then. My internal organs hurt looking at this. What do you mean it's fine? It goes down. This is, what do you mean that is one sketch? Oh, that is one sketch exit, isn't it? I'm not really sure why it lets me do that. It just lets you do it. Apparently it's fine. It just looks fucked up. It just looks completely messed up, but apparently that's fine. Quit making fun of my roller coaster. I'm trying my best. I have to like wiggle us over here now to get to where I need to go. This whole like this whole thing kind of just needs scrapping if we're gonna like this is never gonna connect. That just needs scrapping. How does this? Is that? Where am I? Where am I? Honestly, allegedly connected. Allegedly, this is connected. Bank that last one. I can't. Uh-oh, track is not a complete circuit. Pretty sure I can't bank this. Ah, there we go. Track is now a complete circuit. I'm spending several months on this roller coaster. It's so not worth it. It's so not worth it. Oh yeah, hold up. Let me pull up the G's. It's not gonna make it up the hill. No, I can't make that at all. It's going, it's going. No, it makes it. No, no, it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it. Yeah. We gotta go. I think this just can't be so tall. I think this has just gotta be a little bit less high up. Well, I can't put chains on turns. That's not how... I just can't do that. That's not an option. This roller coaster sucks ass, dude. It's not good. Um, I've built a terrible coaster. Apparently we can't do this at this angle. It's very difficult to get a, I want to do the helix. I do want a helix because it looks cool. It's just not, I'm not sure how I got it to do that last time. How did I get it to do that? It was like you do this, then this, then this. Yeah, you have to like press all the right buttons in the right order to get the helix to happen. Tricky. This is not gonna work unless we also scrap some of that. I mean, this whole track is just getting scrapped at this point. All that is essentially junk. I don't know how we're gonna connect this now. If I do this like this. Also, that's too high up. This roller coaster sucks. This whole type of coaster sucks. I'm convinced it's impossible to build anything good. We're so close, dude. We're so close to it. Come on. It almost works. Can I just, like... hear me out. Better idea. Scrap that, and then right here. This might be a bit of a spine breaker right at the end, but we do that. This might be a bit of a spine breaker. Also, the station is, like, tiny now, so the throughput on the coaster is going to be bad. The track is not a complete circuit. What's... Oh, no. They better accept this as a complete circuit. It doesn't look very complete. Like, you can see that these are not connected. But it'll test it, so... Let's see how this goes. I'm not even really sure what I'm looking at in here anymore. It's too, it goes down and around, and then it goes, okay. It is now August. I've spent, I think, 3 in-game months working on this thing that's gonna have, like, terrible stats. It's not even gonna be good when it finally does work. Alright, it worked, though. Please just be not the worst thing ever. Whatever. We're literally going with that at this point. We're literally going with that at this point. We take those. And there's that. And it's open. This ride is garbage. I think we want this. Yeah. Smashed bench by the entrance to the ride. Yeah. I probably just need more handymen and to start zoning them. Yeah, I know, but as for why they smashed the bench, you know, it's probably a unhappy guest issue, which is usually for me caused by too much puke on the paths. There we go. Every park needs a roller coaster named after a snake. Perfect. Crimson Cobra. Done. This is the crappiest park ever, man. Alright, what are we doing next? So now I have all kinds of other stuff that I can build, because I was busy working on this. We can build the good larts. We can build bumper cars, which are always extremely popular. Everyone loves bumper cars. I think we can just stick this, like, here. Oh, no. That's open. That's open. Crimson Cobra was great. People like it. More thrilling than... More thrilling than... More thrilling than what? More thrilling than what? It seems really inconvenient that it cuts off exactly when they're about to tell you which ride they want to go on something more thrilling then. That's like the exact spot it shouldn't cut off at, and yet... Well, here, I think what I can do... I think we can attempt some cheese to try to thrill up the ride a bit. Or raise its excitement or whatever. There. Looking good. Theming. The people will love my ride now. It doesn't look too bad. From this angle, it doesn't look too bad. And no, I don't think I can expand the window. First of all, I'm gonna have this loop back here. We're gonna start building back here. We're gonna get some path going. Wish I could put this anywhere else. Uh-oh, we've got a runner. Get back on the path. You there. You there, get back on the path. And I think this is the perfect place for some larts. I think the go-karts can go here-ish. I don't know if this design exactly fits. This design does fit. I can just stick that right here, maybe. I think there should be more stalls here as well. Like, maybe bathrooms. I don't really know how often bathrooms are used. But definitely need more info kiosks. Or hold up, before I do that, where's my other info kiosk? It's all the way over here. We can do same price, and now I don't also have to set this one to 20. It'll just work. This area of the park is very empty. Damn, we're already halfway done with the scenario, huh? Gotta start building stuff a little bit faster. How much money do I have? 8K? In the drink stand, the pit stop. Next to the go... You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't think that anyone could resist naming the drink stall next to the go-karts the pit stop. If we got anything interesting... No. Yeah, I think I kind of have to build another roller coaster. I think another roller coaster has to go, somewhere. Yeah, that's true. In year 2, if I'm not gonna have enough people, I think the ad campaigns would put me over easily. I have a great idea. We're gonna do another coaster. And this time, we're gonna put it like that to guarantee we get the path going over the top. Hold up. On-ride photo section. On-ride photo section. That goes up to 21. Yeah, it gets you more money. Somehow. They buy the photos. Wait, this is... If I've just now realized the problem I'm creating for myself here. We have a path right here, and a track right here. No, this isn't gonna work. Unless we do, like, this might be interesting. I think we need a second lift hill, unfortunately. I feel like no roller coaster in real life has a second lift hill, so I feel bad about building one, but I think we're out of momentum. Nah, nobody does that. Who's ever heard of a third lift hill? Disney? I guess they've heard of a third lift hill. Rollercoaster's in the way, and we're like, this is all the way out on the edge of the park. I can't really... I can go slightly further out. And then I still can't do it. Yeah, but then we're not lined... Oh, wait, no, this isn't lined up anyway. Hold up, I'm stupid. Hang on, I'm stupid. That wasn't lined up with how I wanted it to be anyway. This is a little weird that we're descending down straight into the station like this, but so it goes. And then and I was worried about that. Oh, I was worried about that. It's not fine. The entrance buildings are too fucking tall in this game, man. Hang on. Just gonna do this for now. The exit can go on that side. That works. Let's just for the purpose of testing. So exciting. Nothing happens. And then it just slams into the station. Stats are... Please be decent. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I always have to fix my path situation. This is what's gonna happen. Ooh, not that. Exit here. Entrance here. Then we do that. Then we do this. And that's how it's gonna be. Actually, wait, no, we can do a little bit better. Because the line for this is gonna be kind of long. People are gonna want to ride my cool ride. Oh no, now it's not connecting. It is such a pain in the ass to do this. They really, like, made the controls for this less bad in Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, I think, allegedly. There we go. Now we connect that. Now we can open this. Perfect. No, that's not. That is incorrect, Relic. I've tried that so many times. That does not work either. I swear the excitement went down. Wasn't that a little... Wait. Every time I open this tab, it's, like, different. Also, I have to lower this to 1 train. Must be closed first. Okay. For safety's sake, I'm gonna make this 1 train. And I'll name it my car. And I have to give it the signature color scheme, of course. This is some UK-ass housing, isn't it, by the way, Pixel? Like, these like, rows of houses. I had mentioned that earlier. I would hate to be this guy in your backyard. People are just seeing into your backyard from the go-karts. Yo, chairlift? You already know, dude. You already know we're building the chairlift. How are we gonna do this? I think the chairlift is gonna go from, like, here all the way to, like, here. The chairlift is just gonna go over the entire park. I'm too poor. I actually think I'm kind of too poor and have to sit here and make money for a little bit first. Let me raise the price on this, because I can. We're gonna need a handyman as well. For all of this in here. Nobody's riding it. I'm not... Oh, it's because it's raining. It's just because it's raining. That's fine then. It'll stop. Also, the rain has just brought me a bunch of money, so... Maybe now I can build my dream chairlift. Every park is gonna have a chairlift in it, pretty much. As long as it unlocks, I will build it. Just sent that ride with 2 dudes on it. Wait, we can make the chair... Wait, we can make this play music? Hang on, where was that? Play music. Martian style. Can't hear it over the incredibly loud Ferris wheel, but it's now playing Martian style music apparently. Alright, let's go for it. We've got park rating is fine, guests are, we're close-ish. It is officially time. Where is that thing? That ought to do. This is so expensive. $39 per piece of track, and I'm just like burning all my money. I'm just burning all my money, dude. Worth it. Worth it, honestly. That needs to go a little lower. We need to start the descent a bit earlier. What height was this at? 8. Looking pretty good. Only problem is we have to put the entrance in a weird spot. Can I not put the exit? Does it have to be... Why can't I put the exit here? It has to be on a specific side. That's actually super annoying. I don't know how we're gonna connect this in a way that makes any sense. Oh, it doesn't have to be. Wait. How does... Okay, we'll just do this then. Hopefully we can put path under there. Yes. Really? Okay, this is a little bit crazy. I don't know why I thought this corner would work. I'm gonna have to move that stall somewhere else real quick. Gonna demolish this thing. And then that looks like ass. That's maybe slightly better. Oh, right. Forgot about this side. This side is a lot more normal. Entrance, exit. Bam. Bam. I think we're good to open this thing now. Alright. Alright, we got a chairlift up and running. It's super jank on this side, the way this entrance and exit are. Also, we gotta rebuild the info kiosk that I trashed. That can just go here instead. I'm gonna open another info kiosk on this. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's pretty cool. Where's all the... Okay, people are going. The station on this side is slightly longer. Oh man, people are gonna get pissed because they're gonna be waiting in this line for so long. Hang on, we gotta do the trick. Set this 9. speed them up a little bit. Come on, where are they? Oh, they're all the way over here. People are going to be waiting in this line forever. I actually probably made the queue line too long. I'm going to hire a few more mechanics, because things are just going to start to break a lot. Like, look at this. Once these guys go, like, the problem with the chairlift is that the throughput is actually god-awful. Like, this guy in the green shirt is gonna be waiting in this line for, like, about 100 years. He has to wait on so many cycles of this that it's just like, buddy, you're never getting on this chairlift by the end of the scenario. The line is gonna be way too long. And I can't increase that anymore. You desire employment? I got you. And yeah, Frontier, I remember watching on YouTube some kind of, like, documentary type video about this. I think Chris Sawyer had worked with Frontier on a number of things before. And then Frontier sort of ended up taking over Rollercoaster Tycoon. So they made Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. Just, it was Frontier. Then they did it themselves. And then after that, Frontier went and did Thrillville, which is also on the Xbox, so I will be playing Thrillville at some point. And then after that, Frontier is today the developer of Planet Coaster. So Frontier has been about this shit for a very long time. Which is interesting because, you know, the original Rollercoaster Tycoon was a Chris Sawyer game, and then Frontier is just like, yeah, fuck it, we'll take over, and then it just became their bag after that, pretty much. They just got really into making more roller coaster games. I will name a mechanic Pixel, by the way. I'll employ you. There you go. You walked into my chat, eye contact, a firm handshake, and asked for employment, and I gave you the job. That's all it takes, you know? Kids these days. Well, we're above the 750, so we're gonna win this scenario eventually. Whoa, hold up, Union. I don't remember agreeing to that. Hang on. Hang on, what's this about a union? Where do I build from here? There we go. People demand burgers. Did I build a monorail? I feel like the monorail ride is a little bit lame. I'm also impoverished. I'm just a poor amusement park owner. I can't afford to build new rides. I feel like I can, Oh yeah, the scenario goal. Well, she said it. It's this. Maybe... I don't know, how does this work? We are there. Yes, we were above 750 and we were above 600. So we're gonna pass the scenario when the time comes. We've got it in the bag. I'm now chilling. I'm thinking, kind of want to just see what this even is. Cool ride. Cool ride. Ah. Blindingly red. Here we go. I'll put a bunch of trees and stuff around it, so it'll be like a little scenic thing. The cabbage tree. It's like a little forest ride or something. Perfection. Perfection. It's really fast. Oh my, I didn't think that the monorail would be that fast. That's kind of funny looking. It's kind of funny looking, honestly. Oh, there we go. T-H-E, white. I'll never get used to the controls on this keyboard for some reason. White. Space being on white just, like, doesn't work with my brain. It should be on X, I think. That's where I'm putting it. Oh, the entrance is not connected. Hang on. Good catch. Well, that's incredibly weird, but it is now connected. I feel like... Dude, is nobody gonna go on the monorail because it's lame? Everyone wants to go on something more exciting than this. What's so... 1.51 excitement, but you know. Could be... Look, there are probably less exciting things. Like, what is the excitement on this? 1.05, and yet... Well, there's also no line for that, but... Put a tree in the gap or something? Yeah, maybe... Sure. Little fountains. Pretty much all the scenarios honestly go on a bit too long. I mean, maybe I'm just an incredibly highly skilled gamer. I don't know. But from my perspective, I've never even come close to failing one of these, like not even remotely close. And I've only done 5 of them so far. Maybe the later ones are hard somehow, but it seems pretty straightforward. Like the goals are all just like, have a certain number of guests in your park by the end of this year or whatever. And then you just build lots of stuff and then the guests show up and then you win. And it's just like, well, there you go. Yeah, the unhappy guests are because they've been waiting in line for the chairlift for too long. I think I have to just, like, make the chairlift have a shorter line. Like, I'm gonna kick some of these people out of line for the chairlift like that, if I can. That'll shorten up the line a bit. Also, this is just another because I can thing. If the guests are unhappy, this is fixable. I'm not sure why the park rating isn't that good, though. There could be a bunch of reasons for that. A lot of puke in the region. My car has broken down. I see. Well, maybe... I think we're gonna have to also shorten the length of this line. That's the, you know, the perils of having a chairlift. I feel like you can't... Like, in real life, you'd be able to have way more cars than this on your chairlift. But the problem is, the chairlift throughput is so terrible that anyone who gets in that line is just going to be waiting for way too long in the line. And I already put it at the max. Like, they're already zooming on that chairlift. It just doesn't work. I don't know. I love a chairlift, but the line is ridiculous. You should really be able to have, like, double the number of cars that you can on there, so that... Because as well, like, it's a little disappointing to me that, like, most of the chairlift track is just always empty, and that when you do see the cars, they're always on the same side of the track, going in the same direction. Part of the fun of being on the chairlift at a real park is that you see the other people going the other way, you know? It's a little, like, it's bad for operations, but also just bad for the vibes. There's supposed to be someone covering that. There's some clown mowing the grass. Hang on, cut it out. Park rating is 820, so we're totally fine with that. How long have we been in this scenario? Only like an hour and 20 minutes. This scenario is a 2-year scenario, so it's going to end up being like an hour and 45 minutes for the full scenario. We're going to do 2 today. We're going to do 2-year ones. So we might be halfway. Now, we're in July year 2. It's probably like another 15 minutes or so. Another 15, 20 minutes to pass this one. This game does have a whole lot of waiting, though, unfortunately. Kind of the one thing that's not great about Rollercoaster Tycoon is that you do sort of reach the goal way too early, and then we're just chilling now, kind of. I don't even really have that much room to build more. I would build out here, I guess. This is sort of my last area. Maybe the next one can be Corntopia. Maybe the next one will be Corntopia. Yeah, we go with the bright yellow, the bright red, and like the cyan, the Tycoon colors. Just make the biggest eyesore park we can. I would practice Mahjong, but I already am using the capture card to play Rollercoaster Tycoon. So I couldn't really have that and Yakuza 2 Mahjong on screen at the same time. I would have to go play some kind of PC-based Mahjong, and that just feels cursed to me. I'm not willing to take it that far. See if you get any noise complaints. I don't think I get noise complaints. But yeah, I could literally, like, look at these people's backyards, right? I could literally just put like one of these guys just to stare in at him. You have a new friend now. I'm not even gonna open it. I think if I open it, it would only cause me problems. We can totally put a ride back here, though. I don't have that much money, but I can totally put a ride back here. Symbols. Yeah, we just got this guy staring in at them now. Man, living directly next door to an amusement park. Maybe we put a train back here. Maybe everyone likes a train. Ah. I want my train to just go. That thing is in the way. Gonna have to put a turn here and then have the train go directly along these people's backyards again. Got like the steam-powered train in their backyard too. Just every homeowner's worst nightmare. Wait, how is this gonna connect back? This is gonna be difficult to connect back up in the end, isn't it? Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna, like, wreck the aesthetics of, because here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have to put the station here. see, how many lines long did I make the station? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like entangled with my wooden coaster. I can't see in there at all. We have it turn around like that. And it comes back around like this, right next to where it was before. Look at all the money I'm burning, dude. Building this train. Real Walt Disney hours. Perfection. No idea whatsoever how I'm gonna connect this. But I'll find a way, I guess. Yeah, that's like buried in there. There's no angle at which this is gonna not suck to build. It's really buried in there. Boom. Then we go this way and up this way. And we go over that. And then connect down here. Perfection. Literal perfection. And then... that's gonna go like that. And that's gonna go like that. And there we go. And now we can open it. Perfect. World's greatest train ride. Along the back of my park and weirdly jammed into this roller coaster. Which I think will increase the excitement of this because now there's a... I'm pretty sure the excitement went up by 0.3 because we've got the path going over the track. It's pretty cool. That path is going to become a pigsty real fast unless I do something about it. I don't... does this guy have a range? Did I give him that range over here? Okay, no, this guy has no range. You're going to have him just like... can't even really see what I'm doing. He's going to take over all of that in there, which is hopefully correct. It looks pretty wheelchair accessible, yeah. You need really strong arms to wheel yourself up there, but... but it is a ramp, you know. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. Now we've got the train going along the back. That's pretty cool. I am definitely like having a line of trees planted in my backyard if this is my house. But we've been very horrible to the neighbors. I probably should have planted a row of trees in the back of the park just for, you know, so that you can't see into people's backyards, but it's a bit late. Oh, there's the roller coaster playing the Martian music. You can hear it a little bit. Give them some stuff to look at when they're on the train. Maybe like a dolphin statue. Hold up, we gotta raise the dolphin statue though. Perfect. Oh. All right, looking real weird. Perfect. Looking incredibly weird and stupid. Exactly how I want it. The handymen are kind of not on top of things. Like, excuse me, handyman. We've got a bit of a vomit situation. Yeah, that is in someone's path. I kind of like this train, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the way it just goes along the back of the park. I did put a photo section. You can't see it, but there is actually an in-ride photo track right here. I put it right there, and it's a little bit hard to see now, but I swear it's in there. Oh, what have I done? Where am I? There I am. Yeah. It's good. I like it. Yeah, we're in September now, so I'm kind of just... Now I'm legitimately, like, 100% out of land to build on, unless I wanted to put something, like, in here. Which I don't even know how I would do. Yeah. Maybe I can get a little car ride. Maybe I can do a little car ride, like, right... Where the hell would that fit? Nowhere. It would fit nowhere is the answer. It would fit right here. It'd fit right here, actually. This is like the car-themed land in my park, you know? Because this is... Oh, I'm even gonna put it going over this queue a little bit. That's cool. The number of action park jokes I get for streaming this game. Listen. Well, no, so here's the deal, Xana. Action Park, I don't exactly know the management history, but the park never fully shut down, because I went there as a kid. And at the time, it was not called Action Park, but I think might have been owned by the same people still. And they have since rebranded back to Action Park. But yeah, Action Park has always been there. Hang on, how does this... Can we... Wait. Does this work, like... Yeah, you can paint individual... You can paint individual pieces of the track. I wasn't sure if I could do that or not. That's pretty cool. I think that has to be white with red accents. And then now this just looks like ass because of the part that I painted. Can I, like, unpaint this? No, I can't. I just have to make this also. There we go. Name it Rush. Backspace. How many H's is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put freaky elephant. There we go. Cool. Cool. Let's get one of them in too. Some bushes. Alright, looking good. Looking very good. This is the true Rush experience. Cars driving at like 2 miles an hour. Can we make it go faster? Hang on. No. You can speed up the chairlift, but you can't speed up the cars. I've really built on almost every square inch of this now. The box art is really good. To be honest, I think was it Rory who made this box art? Someone made this, and we're just gonna use this for the entire time. It's good. They did a good job matching the font for Tycoon. The cars cannot crash. The ride can break down, but the cars can't crash. We're fine. That would be a fun way for, like, the go-karts to break down if two people, like, crashed into each other. That would probably be annoying, because then that might cause an explosion. I don't want any guests to die. How come this, like, I don't know how Chris Sawyer did it, but this roller coaster is way better than anything I could ever build. It's just casually way cooler than the one I built over here, which looks like ass. Yo, Rockstar, thank you. Thank you for the 37 months. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it a ton, as always, dude. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna put a row of bushes here. I feel like whenever I see, like, one of these weird open patches, I should just, like, put a row of bushes there, because it looks better. Like, we can get, like, some of this going there. Maybe even, like, a little bit of this. Looks kind of stupid. I think the flowers are too high. I think we want the lower flowers. These guys. Except then these are really annoying to plant everywhere. It's still kind of gaudy, but, like, we're in October. It's October. It'll do. Dude, I swear, like, nobody has ridden this ride. Can I see how many guests have been on this ride? Total customers 392. Some people have been on this ride. How many have been on this roller coaster? 1,404. So way more go on the roller coaster, of course. Well, Action Park, I mean, I've watched all of Defunct Land's videos. His videos are pretty good. But Action Park is a known thing. He's far from the only person to ever do an Action Park content. I don't think I ever unlocked the maze. Otherwise, I would totally put a one-tile maze in. I never got it, though. This is a spot where a ride could go. This is like the last spot. How am I looking on the objective? Well, we should be finishing any minute now. We have the objective and it is October. Action Park, if you've never heard of it, it was well, it is a water park in New Jersey, notorious for injury and death. Mostly the injury and death thing was back in, I think, the 80s and 90s. But yeah, it was a very poorly run park, which still exists today. I went there once as a kid, and I got slightly injured. I didn't die, but they had this like slide carved into the side of a hill with these like sculpted fake rocks, and I cut myself on one of the rocks going down the hill. I like scraped the side of it, because you could just fucking do that. It's kind of poorly built. But that's not... But yeah, it is still around. Nobody's died there in a really long time. I think most famously... I think they're most famous for... Where is this thing? This horrible monstrosity. Which was a real thing that really existed. Though, to be honest with you, I just did a Google image search for loop water slide, and there do seem to be other loop water slides that exist today. It seems like their loop water slides are now a thing. But that's the OG. Nah, it didn't shut down in 2016. You can still find ads for it and stuff. Wait. Oh. It closed in 2016. Really? Huh. 2014 revival. Well, never mind then. I thought it was still there. Apparently it is not. I really thought it was still there. I wish they would tell me what day in the month it was. Apparently the PC version does. I don't know why the Xbox version just says the month. I'd love to know. We should be done any moment. I was there probably in like 2010 or something like that. It did have, you know, it had a number of things that were like OG Action Park shit. Like one of the people who died at Action Park was, they have this like pool that you jump from a high rope into. And I think it's like a natural formation. I think it's like a freshwater pool, but the water is like really fucking cold. And that was still there, operating exactly as it always had been when I was there. Hey, there you go. Scenario complete. Yeah, you jump in, and then it was so cold that some dude had a heart attack. I can confirm that I remember it being cold, but I don't know. I was like 13 or something at the time. Well, there's our first scenario of the day. We're gonna do a second one, though. We've got time to do a second scenario. So, GG Bumbly Beach, I guess. I totally did just save. Bumbly Beach, save again. Wait, do I keep writing cancel or something? Why does it... It does say May year 2 on my last save, even though I swear I just saved. There you go, we got 6 of them. 6. 6, there you go. The next scenario is Trinity Islands, which is a 3-year, so we don't really have time to do that, but we do have time to do Dinky Park, which is another 2-year. So, we're gonna go ahead and do this one next. This is a really dinky park. Wait. Okay, I gotta get up. This one is a different goal. I don't think we've ever had a goal of this before. A park value of at least $10,000. I think we did have a park value goal, maybe. I think one of them was park value, actually. Well, what's our current park value? It is... How do I find this? 5,000. So we only have to fit $5,000 worth of crap into this, like, incredibly small patch of land. Look at how big the map is and how, like, tiny they put the park in the middle. Alright, well, first of all, the trees are gonna have to go. We need this space. Oh, yeah, it's a good point. Can I just, like, buy land? Hang on, how do you do that? How might I buy oh, here we go. Buy land, and then also construction rights to allow construction above or below the land. So what land is buyable? The land on the other side of the road is buyable. Oh. So I'm gonna have to, like... So I'm probably gonna have to buy this land and then buy construction rights over the road. Is that how this works? Yeah. This is gonna be weird though, because there's already rides here that are creating like a wall. There's like a barrier on this side of the park. I'm gonna have to engage in like some serious jank engineering in order to get a path out here. I think it's gonna be here though. I think the path is gonna be here. I'm not gonna build out there quite yet. Oh, I have a ton of money. Wait, hold up. I can just keep doing this. I can just keep doing this. I'm rich. Did not realize. I can just, like, put a roller coaster out here, actually. Maybe that's the play. Is you just build the roller coaster out here, and then the queue line is like that, and it connects to this. I feel like that's the play, actually. I'm gonna need to buy a lot of land. I'm gonna have to buy at least to, like, out here, I think. Well, we'll see what coaster types I have. What have we got? I will probably build the Steel Mini, I guess. I mean, it says Mini right there in the name. It's perfect. Do I not have anyone fixing stuff? Hang on. I have no staff. None of those people were told to, not mow the lawn, so they're just gonna mow the lawn on me. They're just gonna start mowing immediately. Yeah, all three of them immediately mowing, dude. The grass calls. Yeah, this scenario might be a whole lot of waiting, depending on how quickly we get to the 10K. Do we even need good park? We don't even need a good park rating. So you can just probably, like, plop down a bunch of shit and then just sit here and let the park be terrible. But because the rides are expensive, you just have... Like, I don't know how park value works, but you might be able to get away with something like that. Okay, no, we're not even close to being able to build a pre-built. Okay, we're actually kind of close to building this pre-built, but let's see. I don't know if I can build anything good in this amount of space. think I'm about to buy even more land. Like, if the pre-builts are larger, then what hope do I have of building anything decent in that size? They're gonna expand a little bit more. That ought to be pretty good, though. That's kind of a lot of land. How much money have I got? 5K. I'm probably gonna run out of money building this thing, I think. Also, we're gonna have to do a little bit of terraforming to get this like hillside carved out. We want this to be like as... Oh, we can do a steep chain lift? No, we can't do a steep chain lift. That would be cool. We want this to be like as space efficient as possible. Oh, that's as high as that goes? Okay, well, it's probably because of the lake. Probably because of the lake, and if I had built the ride the other way, then we'd have been able to build higher on top of that. Hang on them. Hang on, the ride's going the other way. No one would be going to the middle of nowhere for an amusement park the same size as a New York apartment. We're not in the, I mean, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but like this could just be, you know, like not the middle of nowhere. This could just be like, I don't know, like a 20-minute drive out of the city or something. It kind of looks like the middle of nowhere, but it might not be. Too high for supports, dude. Gotta do a little bit of stuff. How is that still too high for support? Come on. What? Where? What's the problem? Okay, that was the problem, apparently. Can I get this turn to go that way? No, I can't. That sucks. Wait, hold up. Maybe I can. If we do this guy, no. Wait, hold up. I have a better idea. We can go like that up here. We do a lot of landscaping to make this all work. This is like the most expensive thing I'm ever gonna build. Why won't it? I think is this still just like too... Yo, chairlift? Chairlift, though? Why won't it let me build that? Do I have to lower this again? I don't know why it's not letting me build this. Ah. And then that goes outside the park. I was building the wrong piece the whole time. We just wanted this. Can't build partly above and partly below ground. Alright, well, all of that was kind of for nothing then, I think. Hang on. I think all of that digging might have been for nothing. Whoops. Oh, that would actually be sick, Pixel. I don't think I can really do that. The problem is, the way guest pathfinding works, they don't take into account, like if they're trying to pathfind to the exit and they're over on this side and the only way to the exit is to ride the chairlift, they will not ride the chairlift and instead they'll just get lost and be angry. So I kind of can't do that, but that would be incredibly sick if you could. Bam. Beautiful. It's good. Honestly, aside from the fact that I had to dig out all of this land by accident, this coaster's good. No entrance yet. Entrance, exit, whatever. Test it. I could have a path and a chairlift. I kind of really want the chairlift. Like a little chairlift here that then goes over the road. I just feel like a chairlift over the road would be so, you're right that that's, like, incredibly charming. Alright, please don't have terrible stats. Oh shit, wait, it's raining. Do I have an info booth? Well, it's too late now. But I should have set that up right at the start. Info kiosk. Open. Okay. Stats, please be good. Please be good. Stats are garbage because the intensity's too high. Man, the G's... Okay, yeah, that's the problem. Right at the end there, the G's get kind of crazy, don't they? The vert G's are even worse. Yeah. Right there. Right there, the Virtues are too crazy, I think. That... that just bam. Yeah, I can kind of see the problem. But making fun of my roller coasters. I'm trying my best. It's hard. That ought to maybe help a little bit. It was Virtues that was really bad. So let's see. Alright, yeah, that's way cleaner. That's way cleaner. Latchy still, boom. that chunk right there might still screw me. But let's see it. It's still too high. Intensity rating is still too high. This time the issue is definitely this stuff in here. Like, that right there is probably the killer. I don't really know that I can bank that corner, though, because, like... Like, check this out. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna build that. Kind of annoying that you have to, like, keep rebanking if you want to make your turn a little bit larger. Like, I was going with one of these upwards turns, which you don't bank. That's where the G's are coming from. That's gonna bonk right into that. That's not really a thing I can do. That's not lined up the right way at all. Hard to tell exactly what I'm looking at here. There, that connects. That's a little bit gentler. Let's try this. There's still this. There's still this at the end. But, Let's just try this. I like this blue, by the way. We're keeping the color scheme. All right, so it still hits -3 for a sec there, but it's less. It's less -3. Maybe that's better. No. Man, it's literally this turn at the end that I don't know what to do about. Um Great. Every single one of my rides is broken now. You can't bank it. You cannot bank it because it's going up. It's an upwards turn. It doesn't bank. Just get rid of that last drop. I think you're right. I'm not happy about it, but I think you're right. Like I can make the drop a lot smaller. Oh wait, we didn't need that piece. It doesn't quite connect though. Man, I think I'm just doing this. I think it's this tiny little drop is the only thing I could do. There. Now the ride is lame as hell. Are you happy? Are your spines happy? Yeah, the little numbers on the track or the height. It's actually really helpful when I realized that for like lining up pieces of Rollercoaster and stuff. That's actually a super good feature. Okay, stays reasonable. That stays reasonable. This should be good now. This should be good now. If this is wrong, I don't know what to believe if these stats are still bad. How? The intensity went way down, but the excitement is still like trash garbage in a way that I don't understand. But I think we're just gonna have to deal with that. I think is just gonna have to be that way. Yeah, I think it just has to be fine. All right, well, entrance and exit have to be on this side. Otherwise, there's no room for them anywhere else, I think. Or wait, hang on, we're gonna start building the path over here now. Time to start building the path over here. What did I buy? When I bought land, which land did I buy the construction rights to? Okay. Land's not owned by come on, dude. Did I really buy construction rights over a tree that I can't actually... Did I really do that? Okay, hang on. We're getting another corridor. I have to be careful that I don't like... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. This path is not currently open, and you guys have to stay off it. I don't want to accidentally drop anyone in the road. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can increase excitement with scenery, right? That's how we're gonna do it in the end. That's how it's gonna have to be. Does this get me there? How does this connect up? That's too high. And that can go there. And then the exit can go here. That's what I wanted to do. And then this will go over the track, which will get me some excitement as well. Having a path going over the track. This is weird though, because I'm like out of... Here, we'll do this. Oh, but this doesn't work. Because look at that. I can't actually connect this path to anything. Because the exit thing is... the exit building is in the way. This is not going to work. Unless... the double-decker path. This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea, but look how cool it is. Now we have to connect this, like, here is how it's gonna work. Bam. Not enough... I don't have $17, dude. Right at the end. Come on. $17. Someone... I have minus 42. Alright, now we're good. And now, we open the ride. And I'm actually going to convert some more of this into Q. There we go. Bam, amazing. Getting on this ride is way more exciting than the ride itself. Look how cool that is. The double-decker path. Oh, man. That's so stupid. So the path overhead will have helped with the excitement slightly, I think. 4.3, I don't know. And I will just cover... Can I just cover everything in trees? It's like every square inch of this tree. Try to do anything to get my excitement up a little bit. I don't know if, are we gonna, is that gonna be reflected in me? Oh, okay. Got it up another 0.16. It's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but that looks so crazy, dude. That actually looks so ridiculous. The real problem is that the entrance, like this sweeping guy is not going to be able to get to the exit path, I just realized. We're going to need a different handyman to cover the exit. He's going to start mowing in a second here. I don't know. Hopefully that's just fine. Hopefully that'll just end up being fine. Well, what did that do to my park value? Not this. Park value went up by not that much. Went up by $300. This might be hard. Wait, like, hold up a sec. My park value barely went up. Well, the company value is in the toilet, but that doesn't matter. The company value is what's affected by the loan, I think. The park value, I don't really know what the park value is. I kind of just figured it was like the value of all of the stuff you'd built, but maybe not. That is very lame. Nah, I'm good. I don't think I need to resort to very lame strats quite yet. Do we have one of these? Yeah, we do have one of these. A lot of rides have just already been built in this park. Because of this hill, this is gonna be weird. Actually, it does work. Oh yeah, sorry. That got lost in the shuffle of me trying to build this thing. Sorry, my bad. The building Western civilization. L and the I on opposite sides of the keyboard. A-T-I-O-N. Done. How the hell? I'm actually just gonna have to buy, like, all of this land eventually, I think. I think I am legit just gonna have to cave and buy the rest of this land. And then have, like, a second bridge leading out from over here or something that goes to the rest of my park. I think look, the stats on the roller coaster are pretty bad, unfortunately, but I think it's an okay ride. One of these days, it's gonna crash and kill everybody because there's 2 cars on the track, but here, we can maybe make it, if we just lower the frequency of inspection to, like, constant, then maybe it won't crash. My park value is 6,800. Maybe park value has to do with the number of guests in the park somehow. Park value's gone up a lot. Or maybe it's because I started selling stuff in stalls. I don't know, it's a mystery. Is there a slide in this park anywhere? Yes. I don't think it necessarily matters if you build two of the same type of ride. I think you can just do that, but it's something that I like to try to avoid doing. Western civilization is a really good value. That's what they think. I could probably raise the price of it a little bit, really extort them. I think I'm gonna have to build another bridge out this way, though. To like a log flume over here. I think I can buy a big chunk of land here and put like a sick log flume, and that's what I'm gonna have to do. All of my money is going away, dude. It needs to rain again soon so I can sell a bunch more umbrellas in order to afford this. The umbrella empire is gonna pay for it. That's probably still not enough land. We'll see. Give me a bit more money on the loan. If we could stop the ride improvements and the scenery and max the funding as well, that'd be great. Value's already 7K, yeah, 7.2, just from building this one ride. It's pretty good. Log Flume 1 not quite fitting. The excitement rating on Log Flume 1 sucks anyway. Well, here's a pre-built that's like really good. 4.8. Can I beat that by myself? Pre-builts are kind of lame. We're not going to go with that. I'm going to build my own. There's like one piece of... There's like this one piece of land that I didn't buy. I probably don't need that land, but it'll bug me if I don't buy it. The problem is when you're building on top of a lake, the lake gets really deep, and then you can't, like you hit the support limit really fast. Wait, I can't... Hang on. Okay, should be able to do it now. I can't quite fit that, actually. I have to do like an S-bend. S-bend left? Yeah, S-bend left will fix it. And I am way too high up. Okay. That fit? Yes. Alright, there's our ride. Pretty good. You know, it's a log flume. The big gap here, but whatever. The path to get over here will be sick. That is the hope. Well, here, let's just like test this and see. I'm gonna set that on test while I work on the path. I have a little bit of money left. I actually don't think I can get the path out of here with the entrance and exit where they are. I don't think that's gonna work. I think the entrance and exit have to go on the other side. Okay, testing this is gonna take absolutely forever. I'm actually not gonna bother. It'll be fine. The stats on this are probably fine. Also, I just had an idea. Okay, we still do. My idea was put a no exit sign on the exit path, but actually I kind of already did that. I could put a better one down even. Just really make sure nobody comes in here. I can only build up a float. I think that has to be the other way around. We can no entry that, and now nobody will go on the bottom path unless they're leaving. And that's kind of perfect. I don't think I can select that other no entry sign, though. I think that's just going to stay there. A lot of hungry people. Maybe they want fries. I don't think I can, like, raise my fry stand to be... I don't think I can raise this up, really. I think I'd have to raise the land up to the level, which can be arranged like this. This is a bit ridiculous just for some fries, but do that and then get that opened. Looking good. And then we can do the wooden support thing right there. Great. I'll even make that not on dirt or something. Very cool. I think. Man, a lot of puke down there. I have to, like I have to put a guy down there to handle it. I think I'm gonna have to babysit that. Honestly. Or you know what I can do? Here's what I can do. Where is... I have a handyman. It's like handyman 4 or something who's assigned to this area. Let's put him on the lower path. So a lot of people are going to be vomiting coming off this ride. And he's sort of stuck on the top path, I think. So that's a little bit better. He'll be down there now. Bile Alley. Listen, it's a good ride. It's not my problem if the peeps are too casual to ride it. That's what I own. What do I own? I own that. Let me get away with that? Okay. Alright, it's gonna have to be like this. Kind of cool. I sort of like the, it's not quite symmetrical, but it's sort of almost symmetrical-ish a little bit, you know? Kinda. This thing probably still doesn't have stats, right? Yeah, here, let's get a bunch of trees on that, too. It's about the best job I can do. Tree in there. I've lined it with trees as much as possible to try to boost the excitement of this thing. This is a crazy-ass look for this park. I feel like most people would probably just end up buying all of the land. I've bought 2 separate chunks of the land that I then have bridges leading out to. It's got, like, feet. Like, the head of the park is up here. And then the park has, like, legs and feet. And the feet are the rides. I sort of made a corn with it. The value is probably gonna, like, go up. I don't know. The value is 7,500. Overhead map. It's a good idea. Yeah, it's kind of weird looking. It's kind of weird looking. If the park itself were a little taller, it would really actually kind of look a little bit like the corn. The way it's got, like, the legs sticking out at crazy angles. Everyone is in line for something, so no one's buying my umbrellas. Like, actually, everyone is in line for something, practically. There's not a lot of people just on the paths. Park value went down. Park value went down for some reason. It's October year 1. We're halfway through, and we're about halfway to the goal. I just, That is a pretty fun, like, dystopian idea. I feel like that might have the opposite effect, because I feel like in real life, people don't buy umbrellas, they just leave. You know? They just leave the park if it's raining. So I think that if they did that, people would just leave. How are we still await? Has nobody finished this ride yet? Like, how are we still awaiting test results on the log flume? This is a long-ass log flume. I've built a masterpiece, I think. Yeah, there's also the issue of, if it's raining too hard, the rides would close. 4.67. It's got better excitement than the roller coaster. Yeah, 6.7. Hilarious. Said the thing. I'm gonna stick the drink stall right here. Western civilization is a really good value. It's crazy how they give you like multiple roller coaster types, as if I've got room to build any of that. Oh right, we've still got to put a chairlift in here somehow. I have to make a bunch of money for that first. I gotta make a bunch of money, then I can attempt to build a chairlift. Hear me, wait. But I have to buy the land, though. I kind of, just for like my own enjoyment, I kind of want to see if I can get away with not buying all the land. Like, I want to not connect this disconnected land. But it'd be so sick if you could, like... Because I can't buy the construction rights to it. If I could buy the construction rights to this land in here, I mean, maybe I would... Maybe we could start the chairlift here. Like, in here-ish. And then it would come over here, all in here. And then it would go over this bit of land there. And then all in there. And then... And, like... I don't know. Chairlifts can't have 3 stations. That's not how chairlifts work, unless it is. I don't know. I'm not sure how chairlifts work. If I could have 3 stations, I would love to have 1 station in each, like, piece of the park. I feel like that would look really cool. Or at least be interesting to build. Park value is at 8.8k. So we're probably going to be fine if I can just find, like, one more place to build something halfway decent, you know? Let's see, and I can't build... all the buyable land is the lake on the other side of the... There's a lot of buyable land that I'm just... I want to not buy it. I really do want to not buy it. I think we're going to end up building the chairlift, like, right here. I think it's going to end up getting built right here. 1 station of it. And then it's going to turn... Well, but it'll be too low. I'll have to, like, make it go up and then come back around, like, turn back on itself, and then it can go across here. And then across there. Then the other station would go, like, maybe all the way in the back here. It's going to be a really large chairlift. It's going to be a really large chairlift, but I think that's how it's going to be. Let's see. We've got $2,000. All right, let's go. There's just, like, footpath in the way. That's kind of the problem. I don't really have enough time to get height. I don't really have enough time to build height here. I might have to do some real science. Hang on. There we go. And now I can build it. Just a little bit of science. now we have to buy construction rights over this land. I'm like out of money already. I'm like out of money for this. Oh, well, something just happened. It's kind of nice that you can have all these interfaces open at once so that we can see what's going on. That's a work in progress. That's kind of a work in progress for now. I need to make more money before I can finish that. A world where I end up giving this a 0? No. Things would have to really drastically change for the worse. I don't know. I don't think I could give this a 0. Maybe there's some kind of secret horrible scenario that I'm just gonna hate. It's just gonna be the worst scenario in the game, and I'm gonna be like, this game sucks. The bank won't give me a larger loan. We have to actually make money now. Well, so far I'm having fun. It's been about 16 and a half hours. We're in April year 2. Man, this like this chairlift born of hubris will be my undoing, dude. It's definitely the largest chairlift I've ever built in this game once it's finished. People waiting in line too long. Okay, I wonder if I could raise the price for this a little bit, just to make a little bit more money. I can't speed this ride up at all, can I? No, I can't speed the ride up. I think most of my money is probably coming from this. Sold 87 fries individually. That thing's got a total profit of like $1,000. I really am just spending too much money or something. I feel like I haven't spent that much money though. I mean, I had to build rides. I don't think I've done anything that frivolous other than my gigantic chairlift. I should have more money than this. It's gonna be like another few thousand to finish this off though, I think. $270. Yeah, like anytime I go into this to build, I can build like a couple pieces and then I have to stop. Hang on. Height marks on paths. That's 10. We're almost there. No. No, dude. Payday just like went through or something. I'm gonna stop funding research. No funding. No funding. I need the money for this chairlift. The thing is, the chairlift isn't even really gonna make me any money once it's open. That's the real problem here. This chairlift is not going to be particularly profitable because the throughput is so bad. I'm building a giant stupid ride that I won't make any money off of. Yeah, I need like another $200 to build this station. And then I have to build the paths, which is going to be like another $200 or something. I might have to fire a handyman. Might unironically have to fire a handyman. If it could rain again, rain would really bail me out here, I think. I think it just paid all the employees or something. I had $50 and suddenly I was at negative 50. I'm really down bad, dude. I'm watching for the $50 so I can build each station individually. All right. We've got our ride. Can I not actually build path here because of... Hang on. This might just been doomed from the start. Hold up. Hold up, this might have been doomed from the start. Can I build path there? Apparently, yes. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we're totally fine. Never mind, it's good. I could have left that tree there, even. Now I'm starting to regret spending money on all of these trees. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. I need that money for path now. Almost there. Oh shit, it's gonna rain. Dude, we're about to make a bunch of money. We're about to print money. Let's go. Buy the umbrellas. Buy my umbrellas, gamers. It's not printing. I think everyone already owns umbrellas. I think everybody already owns umbrellas. That's my problem. This is something though. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. By the way, I have no idea how we're gonna make this entrance and exit work. We're gonna need like a lot of path for this. I think we actually wanted this to be the other way around, probably. Gonna reshuffle it a bit. We can put path over that? Okay, perfect. Alright, it's open. There we go, chairlift. Alright, that's pretty much the best chairlift ever. We've got like a triple decker thing happening here where... How did everyone stop going on this? Is it just because of the rain? Yeah, it was just because of the rain. We've got the 2 paths, and then there's also the chairlift overhead. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, but probably... Who knows what it's doing for my park value. Of course, now I have like $1,000 because of the rain. Everyone went and bought umbrellas. I feel like I want to do... We can restore funding now. I'm going to put it into just like shops and stalls and gentle rides and see if any kind of like decent flat ride comes up that I can stick somewhere. Yeah, my park value didn't actually go up from building that at all. Park value might actually be going down. I wonder if the manual for this game says what park value is. It's on Internet Archive. Let's see. The official Xbox manual for this game. Ride construction. The manual is surprisingly small for how complicated this game is. Park value. Okay, hang on. There is a section on park value. Click here to see a graph of your park value. A somewhat elusive number calculated to reflect what the park is worth. Just straight up, like, how's it calculated? I don't know. The park value is derived from the value of the land and equipment owned, the quality and profitability of the rides, and the park as a whole, and the park's overall public reputation as determined by the park rating. Okay, I look back and we're above 10K. Nice. I don't know how to hold it there, but hold, please. That's actually kind of the opposite of correct, Lazy Child. This game was written in assembly, which isn't exactly machine code, but close enough. But because an assembly language is paired to a specific processor, in this case, Rollercoaster Tycoon was written in x86 assembly, which is what PCs use and what the OG Xbox uses. That's why this port is possible. But that actually makes it basically impossible to port to anything else, though it has received ports over the years. I think they figured out some way, but generally speaking, it is way harder to port Rollercoaster Tycoon to anything compared to, you know, a normal game that was written in C or something like that. This game basically will refuse to run on anything other than an Intel processor. Yeah, there's like that modern version of it, which I don't know, but it's on phones and stuff. I think they must have. I think they must have basically just reprogrammed the game. Either that or there's some kind of like weird emulation going on. But yeah, like they might be emulating it for the phone port or something. There's OpenRCT is a thing as well, which I know that's written in like C or something, and is basically just like a re-implementation of the Rollercoaster Tycoon engine, which is pretty cool. My park value went down to 8.4. It's like when it rains, your park value tanks. It's really weird. I I can't believe the manual says a somewhat elusive number. Just the manual straight up like, yeah, I don't know, GL. Not explaining that. I kind of wonder if they did say, it does say the park value is derived from the value of the land and equipment owned. Maybe I should just buy a bunch of land. Like, would you think that would raise my park value? Just buy all of the available land. Like, hang on. Maybe I'll scum this a little bit. I'm gonna save and then buy a bunch of land and see if my park value goes up. That was a save, right? Yeah. Can't I put benches everywhere? Would that do something? Would putting benches everywhere help? I don't think that's helped at all. I don't think putting benches on everything does anything. It's changing. The number is changing and it's not going up. How did I get it to 10k? How did I get it to 10k that time? It's very mysterious. Yeah, I built the chairlift and it went like way up, right? And then it came back down, and now it's just going down. It's just trending downward for some reason. Park rating is 840, so the park rating is fine. Maybe it's stuff getting older. That could be it, honestly. But if I just build a giant-ass one of these, like the giantest-ass one of these... How about that? How about that? That's a thing I can do with a ride. It's really, really big and ugly. And the park value is still going down. Yeah, a lot of not going on that while it's raining. Been standing in line forever. Oh shit, I just got bumper car. I could have put the bumper cars there. That would have been much better. Do I have any 3x3 square left in this entire park? Do I have any 3x3 square left in this park? It's a 4x4 that I need too, even worse. What if I just... Path in the way. Swinging ship in the way. We're like swinging shit, am I right? Where are we putting this thing? I don't want to ruin my vibe over here. I think if I dig a big pit, like, hear me out, hang on. I think if I dig a big pit, I can put the bumper cars in it. This looks stupid, dude. Well... how are we gonna make this work? The entrance... Okay, yeah, we have to do a lot more digging. We have to do a lot more digging. I'm gonna have to probably be able to see underground as well for this. Hold up, see through underground view. I still can't see shit, man. See through rides. See through scenery. Invisible people, supports. Remove vertical faces. Remove baseland. What the hell do I have to do to be able to see what I'm doing here? Is the question. Oh, okay, yeah, I am selecting the right thing. Entrance. Exit. Okay. Now... Yeah, it's July year 2. 8.9. This is crazy, dude. This, like, dugout for the bumper... If I get this to work, this would unironically be the world's sickest bumper cars. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, in real life, if you saw bumper cars where the ceiling of them was at, like, ground level, there's, like, a sick underground cavernous bumper cars. Like, don't even pretend that's not awesome. Okay, we've got one. We've got one. That's one path in and out of there. Oh, fuck. Ferris wheel is in the way. The Ferris wheel is above ground, dude. How could... Footpath in the way if I go down? What is happening? What is happening under... Yeah, things are getting very weird. Things are getting very weird, but how... How could Ferris wheel be in the way for the... Yeah, I'm gonna have to build the queue from the other side. Means more digging. Oh, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, you're right. I should have just done that. Hang on. We just have like an uncomfortable land situation in there. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, but whatever I'm looking at, it's not good. Whatever I'm looking at, it sucks. Where the hell am I? Like, I really, really just wish I were playing Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 and I could see what was going on. Wait, here we go. It's connected. It's connected. We're in there. We're literally in there now. Bam. Open it. It's good. We're in there. Let's fucking go, dude. Look at those bumper cars. That is so cool. You can't even really see the hole I dug. It didn't have to dig. We are in July, and we were at 9.89K on that. The people love bumper cars, too, so everyone's gonna go in there and ride the bumper cars. How are they bouncing? I want to go on something more thrilling than the bumper cars. Everyone loves bumper cars. Come on, what is this? Everyone's bouncing off the line. Hardly anyone's riding it. I gotta set up a, kind of want a no entry. This. Well, let people stay off my giant underground path. I do have an info stall right here. But yeah, the map of this park is like, it's like the Metroid Prime map. When they open up the map, like a hologram pops out of it so that they can see like the three-dimensional view of the park. I'm really close to 10K. I wonder if there's something I can do. Yeah, we're really close. Maybe a car ride. How much money do I have? Oh, I'm too poor. I'm too poor to build anything. Also, Lamau with the mini cars being too big to build anywhere in this park. Yeah, maybe I just throw some stalls down, to be honest with you. Some stalls might do the trick. I did just unlock the balloon stall, which is like an all-timer classic stall, so we can get that going. Hopefully we'll start to see some people with balloons. So far, nobody's buying them. Everyone's walking up to the balloon stall and then not buying a balloon. But maybe that'll sort itself out eventually. I love that you, like, look in there. I love that you, like, look in there and you see them. Is there some way to, like, style this where the roof, there is no roof? Nah, there's no way. Bumper car mode. Oh yeah, Kuro, that's a Rollercoaster Tycoon classic. $20. And wait, when did Pi stream this? Was there a Pi Rollercoaster Tycoon stream at some point? That sounds like incredible content that I missed. This area is underutilized. I think if I build the stall in a more heavily trafficked part of the park, like right there, maybe more people will buy balloons. I think not enough people are walking by there. Maybe. We're barely above 10,000. It's so sketchy. It's going down, dude. What can I do? Maybe another swinging ship? Maybe another Ferris wheel and we put it like right here? We have to build this first. Okay, I have to do this a certain way. I'm not asking muck. I got this. I got this. It's just gonna be a little close. Surely if I just build a bunch more rides... Like, look at the value of my park. I have so much stuff. I have so much stuff. It's just gotta work. Also, if it's like October, I'll just spend all of my remaining money buying land. And we'll see what happens there. We'll see if that helps. I'll check now even. I'm not above this. Let's see, the finances. I'll stick this off the side or something. Park value 10.2. If I start buying land. Check that out. My park value went up. Okay. So maybe I just start spending all of my remaining money buying land. Except it went back down, so now I'm not so sure. 251, I don't know. I don't know, I think we're just gonna have to get lucky and have it say over 10k at the end of this. Another idea. They do say, if we pull the manual up again, the quality and profitability of the rides in the park as a whole, the park's overall public reputation as determined by... okay, I actually don't know. 815. Let's see, why are people unhappy? Thrilling, good value. I feel sick. More thrilling, more thrilling. Okay, I don't think there's anything I can really do to make the park to make the park rating go up more. The park rating kind of just is what it is. Yeah, the park value can go down. Of course it can. If certain things happen, it'll go down. People just don't actually want balloons that much, as it turns out. How many have I sold? Balloons sold 22. Balloons sold 18. So not that many. For some reason, they're just not buying balloons in this park, really. Nobody's on this at all. Everyone says it's great. Nobody's on it. Someone said they can't find it. Wait, I can't find it. I think that might be a skill issue. Everyone else says it's fine. Everyone else says it's great, and then there's just this one skill-issued guest who can't find it. Like, whatever. Whatever, dude. I'm not catering to him. There's going to be a bunch of park value guests. I might have to actually finally one day go and find out how you get park value consistently. We've kind of clutched it out here, which feels bad. I think we're going to be okay. Oh, actually, I'm not so sure. We might be okay. But it's a little spooky. I guess roller coasters really increase park value. Because this one roller coaster brought me up like 2.5K, we think. I think it brought me from like 5 to 7.5, something like that. So maybe instead of building all this other crap, I really should have just built more smallish roller coasters. It's so dense. It's like incredibly dense. This thing looks like trash, by the way. This is the default. This was already here when we got here, but it looks terrible. Here we go. Now it's corn colored. Why did it stop? Hello? Oh, okay. It's September year 2. We're close to the end of the challenge. This just has to hold on. The park value has to hold on. Any stalls I can build? We're gonna get a new type of stall on the 20th of September. Alright. Cotton candy stall it is then. It doesn't feel good, dude. We're gonna just barely beat this, if we beat it. It's just going down. Why is it just going down? But then it like goes back up a little. It just... Definitely, I think after this scenario. I'm gonna actually find out. Actually try to find out what the situation is with park value. Because, like, this is just stressful. I don't know. Strange mechanic. Something more thrilling, more thrilling, waiting on line. I want to get off Ferris wheel too. A lot of negative thoughts about wanting to go on more thrilling rides. I think that might be... Wait, I have an idea. Deploy. Deploy pandas. If everyone's happy, then the park rating might go up a little bit. And that might then increase. That might fix my park rating, or if it makes my park rating go up, then it might help my park value. Where's my cotton? How is it not the 20th of September yet? These months are so long. Any day now. We're gonna get some of these guys in here as well, just to maybe clean up some footpaths or something. I don't even know. Stall. Build. And go right there. I really don't have room to build a single, not one more ride. Technically I could try to do something like right here. Putting that on no funding, because whatever we're gonna get is not gonna be until after October. We're done researching. I think I'm gonna take my money and just buy a whole bunch of land in the middle of nowhere somewhere. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. We'll see if that helps. I have more land now, look. I don't think that helps. I actually don't think that really helps. Nah, I think that the value of the land you own thing didn't help. I think that's a lie. I think that owning more land doesn't actually do anything. Ah, the best value park in the country. I mean, I guess that means I could charge more for certain things, maybe? Like, standing in line for too long. Yeah, most people just think they've been standing in line for this ride for too long, because I made the line too long. I probably should have done this forever ago, but I think the people would be happier if I just moved the line back to, like, here. I can't take any more loan. I'm at my max loan. They won't give me more money for some reason. They don't think I'm responsible with the money. Maybe I could sell this crappy patch of land that I regret buying. I like that you can buy all of the land except for, like, individual squares. So it's like, well, I own all this land except for this, 1 square meter of grass over here in the middle of my land, which is owned by that guy. Yeah, it's the empty lot from Yakuza 0. Exactly. $20 bathroom charge. I don't think that will help. I mean, I don't really have a money problem. I have a park value problem. Park value's been holding mostly steady, though. I think we might be able to pull this off. I think it might work. That's another standing in line for a really long time type ride. Yeah, it's totally holding. We're fine. Let's see, is there some way to tell? Let's see, that's gonna end up being... I think that probably means we're about halfway through the month because we've just paid about half of the ride running costs. Yeah, judging from staff wages, we're more than halfway done with October now. It's just gotta hold. It is park value, right? Not company value. Hang on. Yeah, park value of 10,000. Okay, more staff wages paid. We're close. Probably like another... I don't know. I have no idea how this works, but we're close. The company value being negative actually doesn't really matter. One of the scenarios we did earlier, I finished with a park value of like minus $1 billion. And it was fine. Why is the entrance free? 'Cause that's just how it is. Admission is free, and then you pay for the rides. I think apparently it's better that way, because if they pay for park admission, then once they're in the park, they're not spending money. I think it's better if they're constantly spending money on the rides. But I don't really know. Hey, there we go. Completed your objective with a company value of minus $8,000. It worked. I think that for the next park value scenario, we're gonna have to actually look up what park value is and how to get it. But there you go. Mission accomplished. Good looking park. Bumper Cars 1 is broken down. Come in here. There you go, that's those 6, and then also this one. We skipped ahead a little bit. Still so many more to go, just in the main game. That is 7 out of 86 total. So we're almost... Like, if I do, like, not next week, but the week after, we're gonna be 1/10 of the way there. I don't know, some of them are like Katie's World, Mel's World, Jim's Mountain, that doesn't exist. Icarus Park. Icarus Park and Loopy Landscapes. Mega World Park. Micro Park. Uh-oh. Three Monkeys Park. A giant triple track racing dueling steel coaster. That sounds cool. Yeah, look at Jeffrey Gardens. Where was that? the final Corkscrew Follies scenario is Jeffrey Gardens. Looking at the Icarus Park win condition, hang on. Icarus Park RCT. Objective monthly income of ride tickets $10,000. No time limit though, so we can just build like a lot of really good roller coasters and then charge like the max price for them. I've really not been efficient with my money. Like I haven't ever really charged the max price for rides, I think. So we'll just have to sort of keep raising the price until people complain, and then we'll know what the max price for the rides are. I'm gonna stop the timer here though. That is that. 7 out of 86 scenarios. This is gonna be a really long game. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was like 21 main game scenario. It's like 21 or 26 main game scenarios. So actually we're making good progress on that. And I think we'll finish that in under 100 hours, potentially.